Hello, everyone. I hope you're experiencing a blessed day. Today, we are going to be doing a two-part. This is on a world in turmoil, confidence for the future. World conditions are alarming. World leaders are seeking answers to some of the greatest problems society has ever faced. An uncertain future looms on the horizon. The Middle East continues to be a source of tension. No one knows when or if it will explode. The interdependent world economy is on shaky ground. Moral conditions are rapidly deteriorating. School violence is rampant. Weather patterns seem out of control. World hunger is increasing. Tens of thousands of refugees cross international borders seeking a safe sanctuary. People everywhere are asking, what do these things mean? The Bible presents an answer. The second coming of Christ is one of the Bible's most important truths. It is mentioned 250 times in the New Testament alone, once in every 25 verses. The second coming of Christ has encouraged Christians through the centuries. In Matthew's Gospel, Christ clearly indicated the signs that would precede his return. Looking at the temple in Jerusalem, he declared, "See, your house is left to you desolate." Matthew 23:38. Jesus then predicted in Matthew 24:2, "Not one stone shall be left here upon another that shall not be thrown down." The disciples thought that an event as cataclysmic as the destruction of the temple at Jerusalem must be the end of the world. In a magnificent prophecy, Jesus answered their questions about the destruction of Jerusalem and the end of the world. What question did the disciples ask Jesus regarding his coming? Let's open Matthew 24:3. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? The disciples actually asked two questions. When will these things be? Or when will Jerusalem be destroyed? And what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the world? Jesus blended these two events that led up to the destruction of Jerusalem by Titus in AD 70, were miniature events that would occur on a larger, grander scale just before the return of our Lord. Does the Bible reveal the exact date and time for Christ's coming? Let's read Matthew 24:36. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. In his mercy, God has not revealed the exact time of his second coming. Think of the despair of early Christians if they thought Christ's coming was more than 2,000 years in the future. Anyone who claims to know just when Christ will return is teaching falsehood. How can we be ready for an event if we don't know when it will happen? Let's read Luke 21:36. That's Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Our Lord advises us to watch and pray, or be ready at all times. The great evangelist Dwight L. Moody, in his book The Second Coming of Christ, page 9, said, "The proper attitude of a Christian is to always be looking for his Lord's return." Christ's counsel is to live in a state of expectation. Live your life with a sense of nearness of the second coming. Although we cannot know the exact date of Jesus' return, what can we know about the time of his coming? Let's turn to Matthew 24:32 and 33. Matthew 24:32 and 33. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Jesus' signs do not reveal he is here. They tell us he is near. A good farmer knows that summer will produce a harvest. He watches the crop carefully. Growing plants, opening buds, ripening fruit, all indicate harvest time is near. Jesus' end-time signs in Matthew 24 clearly reveal a ripening harvest. Signs in the religious world. What signs in the religious world indicate Jesus' coming is near? Let's read Matthew 24:5, 11, and 24. Matthew 24:5, 11, and 24. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. As the end approaches, the devil will double his efforts to deceive. Millions will turn to counterfeit sources of truth. Falsehood will abound. Lies will be accepted as truth. False religious leaders will deceive. The occult and astrology will capture the imagination of gullible people who are looking for answers to life's deepest questions. There are more than 2,000 astrology columns in America's newspapers. As estimated, 5 to 7 million Americans have been involved in cult-like groups. The modern Wiccan, pagan, and Druid religion is now listed among the 10 largest religions in the country. What prediction did Jesus make regarding the international conflict? Let's read Matthew 24:6 and 7. Matthew 24:6 and 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Wars have occurred throughout history. There's nothing special about a single war. Jesus does not envision a war, he envisions wars. Nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Recent history has witnessed the horrors of World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Indochina War, the Iran-Iraq War, Kuwait, the Balkans, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and tribal conflicts too numerous to mention, speak eloquently of the fulfillment of Christ's words. Part 2 will be recorded shortly. Thank you. Have a blessed day.